Hi, on today's Crochet Corner, we're going to talk about Tunisian crochet. You may remember that we talked about Tunisian at the end of last season, and we're going to do a different stitch in Tunisian today. This is called the Tunisian Knit Stitch, and if you see on this pretty neck warmer, which is done in one particular type of crochet for the two-color pattern, but then the Tunisian Knit Stitch in the keyhole, and if you see, it really does resemble stockinette stitch in knitting, which is why it has the name Tunisian Knit Stitch. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. On this sample, we have the beginning of the neck warmer already completed, and I did the first row of Tunisian crochet on here. And just to for a recap on Tunisian, we use a longer hook, and we work half of the stitch across the row, and then we do a return row, a return portion of the row. And let's see, and just as another recap, in the first Tunisian stitch we worked just in the one vertical loop of the stitch, and for Tunisian knit stitch you're going to look a little deeper because behind that vertical bar there's also another vertical bar, the other end of that loop, and what we're going to do is insert our hook front to back between those vertical loops and pull up a loop. Okay, and we'll do that again. So you might want to give it a little stretch on this first row. It'll be very apparent and look more like that stockinette look that I showed you, the stockinette knit look that I showed you on the sample. So we're going to go front to back through both vertical bars and pull up a loop. And we'll do that again. Insert your hook front to back through both vertical bars of the same loop and pull up. Now, not to be confused, there's two. You wouldn't want to go between these two vertical bars. They're the front vertical bar of two different loops. So if you look closely again, you want to go through the front and back vertical bars of one given loop. So do that, and we'll just work that same thing across the whole row. We insert between the bars and work across the row. This swatch that I'm doing today and also the neck warmer are worked in a really soft acrylic yarn, which is great for something that's going to be so close to your neck. Okay, so we're just going to work this across the entire row. I'm going a little faster just so we can get to the end. And you know, once you start going, I mean, the repetitive stitch is really easy to remember once you keep going. So just going into the front and back vertical bar of each of these loops across the row. And then the return is really, really easy. It's going to be the exact same as the other Tunisian stitch that we did last season. And that is yarn over hook, pull through one for the first stitch, and then yarn over, pull through two. And you're going to repeat that across the remainder of the row. So we'll do that slow. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. And then as you keep going, you can really speed it up. But what I would like to mention, though, is that if you make a mistake at this point, let's say I go through three, it's really not a problem. You just skip it right back down, lay them back out, just like that. This pattern is also going to be available on the website, where it'll describe how to do the knit stitch, how to do the two-color pattern work, and have all the other details. So we'll just scoot across the rest of this row. Two, two, two. See how you really can build up your speed as you're going. And then I just wanted to show you, see how that looks like that nice clean V line of a stockinette? What I'm going to do now is just show you that on each row going forward, it even gets easier. So we do a chain one at the beginning of the row. See how those vertical lines are a lot more apparent on this row? That's how every row going forward is going to look. So we're going to work into the two vertical bars like that. And once you do that on this row, you can even see how, I mean, it just starts showing the pattern even more on the previous rows. And that second color yarn, by the way, was only for this part. We're only using one color on the Tunisian knit stitch. And then I'm not going to finish the row. I'll just show you. You're going to do the return row the same way. Pull through one, and then pull through two, pull through two, through two, through two, and that's the Tunisian knit stitch.
Knitting Daily. Make time for yarn every day. Visit knittingdailytv.com for free access to all of the project instructions, ideas, tips, and techniques from this season of Knitting Daily.